Hello everyone, it is Mari from Mari's Miscellany. I'm glad you're here. Today I am demonstrating as I learn how to make polymer clay beads. For this you'll need polymer clay, a tray to bake on, an oven, and a needle, pin, or something like that to make a hole in the beads. I start by conditioning each piece of clay, and it's really easy to do that with this kind of clay. It really just takes rolling it around a few times, and then I can run it through my pasta machine also, which helps to condition it. It also helps to make really nice even sheets of clay, which I have a difficult time rolling out by hand. So now I'm going to do this with each color and lay each one of these slices down. The dark colors can transfer onto your skin, so I washed between the colors when I had to handle them. And I noticed that I wasn't very careful how I put the pieces together, so I trapped a lot of air there, and I wasn't able to remove the pieces from each other. They really just fused very quickly. So I just started rolling. I have learned since then, rolling in one direction seems to be the best, and you always want to roll, you never want to roll towards a fold. Also, rolling too fast can make bubbles, and so you just want to puncture any bubbles that are trapped in there. Even with good care, it can still happen, but I did notice that being more slow and deliberate did help prevent that. So then I slice off the edges so I can get a nice neat edge, and you can see how cool the layers are there. I am rolling together these scraps to make a core, and you can see how quickly and easily it marbles. The more that you roll, the more it will marble until eventually it fuses into one color. I added some more purple there to make the core darker. And now I'm pressing the core onto the sheet, and I start rolling that as slowly and carefully as I can, pressing a little bit as I go to prevent any air from getting trapped in there. And I'm rolling the edge onto the sheet there and pressed it a little bit to give myself a mark. And I'm pressing through that with, that's called a tissue blade there. And I noticed afterward that it was dirty. It had some old clay on it, and you could see that clay transferred onto the sheet. So one more thing to learn, always clean your tools carefully. So now I'm rolling, and I've practiced this a lot since I did this video, and I've learned a few things. So first of all, it's a combination of pressure and movement. So I've learned that rolling away from myself tends to condense it, but then get fatter in the middle. So pressure in the middle will keep that straight. And then rolling towards myself is easier to roll it nice and thin. And I'll do another video to demonstrate that. But here I'm going to now slice the cane up into equal pieces. And I kind of just aim for, the center and then the center of each center and keep going until I have even pieces. And here you can see that that marble dark core is in the center. And now I'm squishing that out, and then I'm going to roll it up. And so now I should have an evenly distributed dark and light colors. And that's exactly what I'm looking for there. It's almost half and half. It's perfect. I did notice that the white is just barely there. So now I'm going to use my clay needle, and I'm piercing through each one of these pieces carefully and moving my finger out of the way. I'm pressing downward, and you see here that as I'm pressing, it's distorting the shape. So I took note of that, but spinning it helps to make the hole larger, and it worked pretty good. I was impressed. Now I see that there's lots of fingerprints and the clay got dirty, so I'm going to clean it up, polish it up a bit with some cornstarch. Here are our polymer clay beads after baking. And you'll notice the colors are muted a little bit. The white just looks like gray. I wanted to add a metallic sheen to this, and I have a silver Sharpie, but it just soaks into the clay. So I tested this gold metallic marker, and it lays a nice opaque layer, and it looks good with the color palette. So I decided to go with that and then make a heart to match and make a piece of wall jewelry. So a little wall decor there. You can make all kinds of stuff with these beads. If you want to learn, make, and share more fiber art, crafts, gardening, whatever else I come up with, subscribe to Mari's Miscellany channel or go to marismiscellany.com where you will find DIY kits and ready-made gifts. Until next time, y'all, take care of yourselves, take care of each other.